Welcome to Creativerse. In today's class, we are going to be looking at the MeshSmooth, TurboSmooth, and OpenSubdiv. They are all subdivision modifiers, but they differ in quality, performance, and pipeline use. So let's dive straight into it. Okay, so we're in draw a box like so. So let's duplicate this box. Hold down my shift and duplicate. Let's put in 2 here. And drag this here. Now, it's worthy of note, okay, that the MeshSmooth, okay, is the oldest form of subdivision among these 3. So let's make use of it. So we'll come here and apply the MeshSmooth like this. Okay, F4, and we can increase iterations. If you observe, looking at this carefully, we cannot see the various polygons that makes up this surface, because we know that the more polygons, the more round. Okay, so if I look at the settings that we have here all the way down, but of course, if you play around with this, you can do some things here, like pulling this up, pulling this down, okay, and so on and so forth. Basically, maybe the edges, if you want, you can, all right. Now let's move on. So we're going to the next, which is the okay, TurboSmooth. So let's apply TurboSmooth and see. Okay, TurboSmooth. Alright, it's a modern and an optimized replacement for MeshSmooth. So let's see how it's being used. Okay, now it has been applied. Sorry, I think I made a mistake. Turn on to mesh was what I applied. So let's do that again. TurboSmooth. Okay, yeah, we can increase the iterations. But the good thing is this is that we can see, the polygons that makes up the mesh. Be very careful. I think 3 is enough, right? You can also turn on isoline display, and then we are going to be having something like this. Okay, so it gives you both options, isoline display, and the other options here down. And if you observe critically, unlike our mesh, we have this option on the vertex and the edges. TurboSmooth doesn't have such. Rather, it gives us access to convert to isoline mode, and also access to this mode where we have our polygons. And the good thing with this is that if I convert to editable poly, or instead, if I apply the edit poly modifier, let's see, I can go into my polygons and I can begin to tweak this, which can come in handy. But in this case here, if I decide to apply the edit poly modifier, and let's say go into my polygons, okay, so it gives us this at the end of the day. Okay, but primarily we won't see this. If this was not there, let's delete this. Okay, we'll be having just this. So that's why we say that this is a modern tool that was added to 3ds Max. At first, we only had the MeshSmooth. So let's look at the last, which is the OpenSubdiv. Let's apply OpenSubdiv, and also increase iterations. Okay, so you can turn on isoline display also for this. OpenSubdiv, it's a very nice modifier to use for me over this, depending on the situation though. Okay, it's Pixar's OpenSubdivision implementation. That's how it works. And let's apply edit poly on this. Let's see, edit poly. And we're then having okay, let's look at a polygon, and then we can still go in and do whatever I want to do. So So to round up this class, I want to say that there are situations where you will need your OpenSubdiv. In the case where you want to use your preset, which is what we're going to discuss in the next class, you have to use your OpenSubdiv. The preset works with your OpenSubdiv. Okay, so see you in the next class where we're going to be looking at the preset and how it works with your OpenSubdiv. Thank you. Bye.